Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World 6, back again for another new route, and this time it's the much anticipated West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe. We're slowly getting bits of it. Yes, going to do a 4-line run from Birmingham to Crewe, maybe start with Crewe to Birmingham, because Birmingham's quite good, and then see what else we can do. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello YouTube. This is going out on a Saturday because that's where the streams go out, the full videos go out. I normally do a little one on a Wednesday. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the routes. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch 6 days of the week doing all sorts of things, including Twains, and the link down there to the Discord server as well. We'll go through the specs of the line in a second. Good evening to Nigel. All right, Nigel. He's common now. To Trent, to Semicolon, and to Muckbone. So here is the route then. It's the one that goes from Birmingham to Crewe, or, controversially, Crewe to Birmingham as well. And I've done some videos on this the last few days, a couple of which have already been on YouTube. Actually, for those watching on YouTube, they've already been on YouTube. And I like it. This is one of those routes where you really need to take advantage of the layering. So yes, some stops between Birmingham and Crewe. Class 350 is the default train. You get some layering for the 390, the 220, and more if you've got the layering turned on. We will go through that lot in a second. So let's click on it then. So 350 is standard. So the 350-1. Is that the Crewe to Birmingham or the Birmingham to Crewe? Well, it could be either. You get the 350-1, the 350-2, the 350-3. I don't know what differences are. 1, 2, and 3. There's probably differences. And the 350-2 in British Transport Police livery. So those are the ones you get. If you've got other routes installed, which I always recommend, then you'll be able to take advantage of some runs in the 150. So if you've got the Cardiff network installed, there's some 150 trips. Same with the 153. If you've got Midland Main Line installed, there's some little things you can do in the 158. If you've got Cross City with the 170 installed, there's some Cross City 170 routes. If you've got Cross City installed, there's some 323 stuff. If you've got the West Coast Main Line South installed, you'll get some runs in the 390. If you've got the Riviera line installed, you'll get some runs in the 220. East Coast Main Line Peterborough to Doncaster gives you some Flying Scotsman stuff. The Spirit Steam Liverpool to Crewe will give you the LMS. Manchester Airport Commuter will give you some Class 66 stuff. Various routes will give you the EWS Class 66. The Class 86 comes from West Coast Main Line over Shap, and the Class 87 comes from West Coast Main Line over Shap. So if you've got all of those routes installed, you will get all of this layering. And yes, which also means then Birmingham New Street is busy. So what we'll do is we'll start with the loaded version of the 350-1. We'll bring the time back to August because it's a 6 a.m. run. We're going to start a Crewe, which I haven't really seen yet, and go all the way down to New Street, and then hopefully by the time we get to New Street it will be busy. And good, Trenty, thank you. Hopefully you're okay. Let's get going then. Yes, good route. Very, very, very good route. It's one of those. And it is a case of the more you've got installed, the better it gets. You can hear full now. Okay, have you lost an ear today or something? Right. Alright, let's turn the volumes up. Okay, reverser into forward. Open those windows. You can hear in stereo instead of mono. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, have I been? No, surely not. Before I can only hear in one ear. But I'm guessing that was a you thing. Right, headlight marker lights on into day. I've also done some tweaking of my game. I've got the UK ballast pack mod installed. I've got the enhanced signalling mod installed. I've also installed an INI file which tweaks some of the lighting and graphical settings. So, and I haven't really done a run in it since that. So we'll see if there's any improvement in how this looks. Hopefully there is. Is this out yet? No, it's out tomorrow for those watching live. Right, where are we going? We are stopping at Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Coseley and Birmingham New Street. So a bit of a gap between some of the stops. But yes, I haven't been to Stafford yet. I haven't been to Penkridge yet. I've been to Wolverhampton. Have I been to Coseley? I don't think I've been to Coseley in this yet, or real life. And I've definitely been to Birmingham New Street. So if you haven't watched the videos that have gone out on YouTube, I really like... Noisy. I really like the announcements we get in this as well. You watched them and pipped 2 likes, did you? Right, lock doors. Okay, 20...
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to London Euston. We'll be calling at Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Coseley, Birmingham New Street, Stackford, Beer Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
Obviously, it'd be nice if we could go to all those places, but we won't be.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Okay, thanks. Right, let's get going. I'm not sure. The 20 something. It's a price. Right, let's get going.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
I love that. That's already, that's just like, yeah, okay, take my money. It is, isn't it? That's what we've been missing all this time. It's like, yep, bring it on. That's the immersion we need. You wait till you get to New Street. That's busy. But yeah, already instantly out of the box, this is one of those lines. There you go, $29.99. This is one of those lines where, as I said, if you've got the layering turned on and you've got all your routes installed, then you're going to be doing a lot. And I'm sure over the coming weeks I will be doing lots of services up and down here. It isn't just the run between Crewe and Birmingham either. You've got just trips as far as Wolverhampton in it. I've also, for full disclosure, I've installed a 350 sound pack as well. I decided to have a look at mods for this. Right, let's get going. So 23 miles to Stafford, a little bit of a run. We didn't really have a look around outside Crewe, did we? I'm sure we'll explore Crewe more when we come back to it again. Right. Yeah, there are commuter runs as well. Obviously, this is a bit of a fall run. So, a handful of stops. But already I'm liking the feel of it. So good. And what we need, obviously, is now the bit between Milton Keynes and Birmingham. because that would just be really good. Obviously, I think we're getting Crewe to Preston, aren't we, at some point? Yeah, via the Northampton Loop. We got rid of the cursor thing. It's there, but it will vanish. Yeah. I think it disappears during videos going out tomorrow. And yes, there is more going out tomorrow on YouTube. I do apologise in advance. Hi, Daz. I was in a recording mood at the weekend because I liked this route. I'm like, now I've got to do more. So yeah, the 350-1 is what we're in. I've got no idea what the differences are, but it's the 350-1. It's the 1 version. So you like this route is a message to hear. Yeah, good thing Michael's not here, because I could do the whole do. Yeah, this is one of those that occasionally we get them that come along where I instantly go buy it, and this is one of those where you should just go, well, buy it, because it is that good. I don't think I ever made it to Stafford. Did the Birmingham Ranger thing a couple of times over the last couple of years. I think Stafford's on it. I don't think we ever made it as far as Stafford. So this is pretty much a continuation. Well, not it is from a like actual. It carries on from Euston. We have a problem to Milton Keynes, but it's got the obvious. No, okay, now hang on a minute. Bear with me. I'm going to get there. It's got the same feel as the West Coast Main Line South, mainly because it's the same train. But you know what I mean. If you like West Coast Main Line South, you'll like this. Hacky. What? Is Trent having some sort of issue? Obviously, as we get closer to Birmingham, it does get it does get bivvier. No, it's never the same train that goes straight through. Well, again, that's why we that's why we need the Birmingham to Milton Keynes. Shake that _desk 17. Surely if you shook your desk, everything would fall off. Then you'd have to have stuff. You'd have stuff on the floor, wouldn't you? If you run out of denture fix, yeah. I've hardly done any speaking today. I've got to get back into speaking mode. Shake, shake, shake it. No. So far, not that busy. I don't think we've seen another train yet. That doesn't detract from the niceness of the route. I can certainly recommend, if you're on PC, to look at the ballast pack, which makes the ballast better, and there's a signal enhancement pack which makes the signals better. And say I did download an INI file and put that in to improve draw distances and things, and that seems to have made a difference. I actually quite like the way it's looking. And yeah, the Class 350 sound pack is in as well, and looking rather good. So what are we? We are a 4-car. So what's the difference then? Any train nerds watching? What's the difference between the 350-1, the 350-2, and the 350-3? Is one done for London North Western, one done for West Midlands, and one done for Bangladesh Railways or something? Because I don't know. One has a 1, one has a 2, one has a 3. Thanks, Trent. See, if our ex-comrades were still here, they would know. I would have been educated. I'm sure it's a... Is it a traction difference? Is one... Well, no, 'cause we're not third rail, are we? So they've all got to be overhead. So is it a... Oh, God. The main differences are that Class 350-1 trains designed for longer distance services and have a 2+2 seating layout standard class, while Class 350-2 are short hop commuter services with a denser 3+2 seating layout. Its standard class. The 350-1 also has dual voltage capability, allowing it to run on both overhead lines and third rail, whereas the 352 can only run on overhead lines. What about the 3? Its seat layouts. I don't like those 3 seat layouts because you're never going to get 3 people sat on either side, are you? Because it gets a bit crowded. You're only going to get 2 people, or sometimes you get 1 person sat in a group of 6. Seats and power. But yeah, I don't think my train sim world has ever run this good. 350-3 are just newer. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? It's the Mark III version. How horny are we? Fairly horny. Right, we've only got 12 miles to go then to Stafford. Making our way down to Birmingham New Street. Yeah, calling out Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Coseley, and Birmingham. And then we'll see if we get time to do another longer run, maybe back up again. If not, we are doing more tomorrow. Well, I'm doing more tomorrow. So we'll focus on some of the other services. I think there's a video coming out tomorrow in a 153. No, that's a couple of weeks' time. Spoiler. But yeah, I think the time of this service means there isn't going to be much around. I would have expected it to be a little bit busier than it is up here. It's certainly busy in Birmingham. Hi, Secret Spy. Nobody's secret though, are you? Because you've just come in and waved. Sort of gives the game away a little bit, doesn't it? It's like, oh, the name's Bond, James Bond. Well, surely you go under a pseudonym, wouldn't you? The name's Brian. Have I been? Life is good. How is work? Busy today, which is good. I'm hoping I can get through the week without people realising I'm not in on Friday. I did choose an early service, yeah, because it was a longer run, an hour and 12 of the minutes. So yes, a little bit quiet, but it should get busier as we get. Well, I think once you get to Wolverhampton, it gets busier. But I quite like this sort of fairly high-speed, longer run. It is like that road sign for the secret nuclear bunker. Yes, hello, over here, secret nuclear bunker. Oh, we've signposted it. Doesn't matter. I never used to like the 350s. I never used to like electric stuff in train sim or train sim world. But I kind of do now. They're actually quite nice to go on as well. You don't appreciate them until you've been on them a while. Nothing beats a 166 or 150 though, because noise. But when you're a passenger and you're maybe trying to have a conversazione, the peace and quiet is quite nice. yeah, we definitely haven't seen another train yet. Slightly concerned. Well, no, there's a Voyager coming into Crewe when we were just about to leave. And we've not seen anything else. Bing! Also doesn't say our arrival time at Stafford. Does it say on there? Stafford 6:32. We're only 6 miles away. Oh, please don't say it's going to hold us to Stafford for like 10 minutes. Or is there going to be a lot of slowing down at Stafford? I'm guessing we're going to find out. That's probably why this service is longer. I should have chosen like the hour-long service, shouldn't I? I chose a longer one thinking it'd be longer, maybe lots more stops and stuff. But it would turn out that it's longer because it holds you for 10 minutes at Stafford. Maybe for connecting services. We'll see what happens then when we get to Stafford. If you're new to the streams, by the way, if you're lurking, then welcome to the place, the community type thing. I do stream trains every Tuesday. So if you like a bit of train sim, then do check in on a Tuesday. Hit the follow button. Maybe if you've been around a while, then jump in and say hello. Maybe if you haven't been around for a while, it's never too late to say hello. I don't bite. Well, unless you ask me to. Like, comment and subscribe. Right, 3.6 miles to Stafford. There was a yellow, so I'm guessing it's either going to hold me outside Stafford, which no one's ever done, or it's going to slow me down. Yeah, we've got 2.4 miles and we've got an 80. You might not find the exit if you say hello. Hello! Right, slowly in. I see a red. In front of us there is a red. I will start slowly in for the red. There we go. Yeah, I've not seen another train yet. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. So I'm guessing that's stopping at Stafford. And it may be going in before me. Right, are we now just going to sit here and wait? there's the 80. And here's our red. Okay, so how long is it going to hold us outside Stafford?
Will be the 0628 cross country.
What?
Calling at Congleton.
I'm guessing we're picking up the... Now, someone said this in the ambassador's room.
For the 0628 cross country.
You can hear the announcements quite a way out of the station. We're 3/4 miles away from the station and we can hear the announcements. Any passengers to do a baldy check? I think we're going to be held at Stafford for a while anyway. So we can have a look when we get into Stafford.
Platform 5 for the 0628 cross country.
For the 0628 cross country.
Only.
They poor Motorhead's PA system, yeah. I think you'd hear that. We'd have heard that back in Crewe. Right. I'm thinking that we've got to wait until the train's left the station in front of us before we can... Have I done a... No, that's the... I thought I'd mapped a button to the map. Hang on, is it that one? Oh, there we go. Hang on, has that just now gone yellow? Yes, it has. Oh, for God's sake. Right, in we go then. So we should get the approach announcement now. Right, in we go.
We are now approaching Stafford. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
I do like those announcements. We are getting a bit of bleed from the station, mind you. Oh, we've got another train. We got a Voyager in.
4 for the 0632. Service to London Euston.
Yeah, so we're the 0632 then. And there's a red.
Platform 4 for the 06.
Yeah, okay.
Calling at Penkridge.
Okay, there's a couple of issues with the station announcements here.
Coventry, Rugby, Northampton, Wolverton. And
Have we got any passengers? Oh, hello. You're my first passenger. I know we got a few. Baldy! Hello, Baldy. Your cap's on backwards, just to let you know. Okay, well that's gone. Yeah. So we are the... That text is weird. The 6:32 to London Euston. Oh, it's such a shame that we can't go all the way to Euston. Stafford, home of Staffordshire University. It's got to be somewhere, I suppose. So yeah, we're calling at Stafford, shockingly because we're here. Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, in Birmingham. And we have 2 minutes before we depart. Streams coming up after this then. Tomorrow night, back with more of this. I think there's plenty to do on this route. So back doing some more of it tomorrow night. Wednesday, new game time. Seafarer, the ship sim on Wednesday. Hoping that's better than last week's new game. Thursday night, OMSI. We're going to be doing West Country. Friday night, some trucking and tunes. Where we're carrying on from where we got to last week in the Ford F-Max. And seeing where we can end up this week, and we'll try and make it easier from a tunes point of view on Friday. Saturday, not here because in London, and then Sunday lunchtime back with some farming. Sunday night will be here as well this week, and then also next Monday. Mondays aren't going to be a regular thing, don't worry. Just one has a long weekend. Okay, let's close the door. I close my doors. Do 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 do. Maximum speed 110. I don't think we're going to hit that now. I think that last section we did was probably the highest speed bit of this line, which is very good. But yeah, it does get busier. I've done a couple of runs so far between Wolverhampton and Birmingham, and certainly the closer you get to Birmingham, it does get busier. I think because I picked an early morning run as well up near Crewe, quieter. So I think if we manage to get the return run in from Birmingham back to Crewe, then we'll see if we can pick one in the middle of the day, where hopefully that'll be busier as we make our way through. We will carry on as soon as we're as soon as we're allowed. I don't know if it would actually be this quiet at this time of the morning. I would have expected a few more services. Well, let's see if we pass anything else on our way down.
Will be the 0638. Calling at Crewe, Winsford, Hertford.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to London Euston. We'll be calling at Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, Birmingham New Street, Stepford, Beer Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
Yeah, it'd be great if we get those intermediate stations.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Hi, Sim. Always good certainly if you're working from home and you've been sat inside all day, which I pretty much have. I don't work from home. Clear one's head.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Right. It's one of the things we used to do when we went out for a group, was whenever that announcement went off, if you see something that doesn't look right, we point to one of the group And obviously, hopefully that more than one of us would point towards the same person. One of our little in jokes. Sometimes I just point at myself just for the lols. Right, 3.9 to Penkridge. Right, we'll work. What? Hang on. Will we see more trains on this bit? I can't words this evening. Words don't come easy. Words don't come easy to me. I wonder how far out of Penkridge we'll hear the station announcement. Am I okay? Oh, it's a train. I am actually at the moment. Life is good currently. Words don't come easy to the Stevie. No, this is true. Yeah, so I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of branding pack at some point, because there isn't any logos on it. So that's a bit lacking. We are a bit logoless. Not legless, logoless. Legolas. Wasn't it in Lord of the Rings, Legolas? So we could have done 110 there if I'd have kept it going with the speed. Right, slowly in. No, it's the same version. There may be a day one update or day one patch, which there sometimes is. Oh crap.
We are now approaching Penkridge. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
See, that again, that's more immersion. That's more realism.
And London Euston. Platform 1 for the 0638 London North Western Railway service to London Euston. Platform 1 for the 0638 London North Western Railway service to London Euston. Calling at Wolverhampton, Cosley, Birmingham New Street, Stackford, Lear Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
Yeah, it would be awesome to be able to take this thing all the way down to London, wouldn't it? That'd be like large tick. That's
The train at platform 1 is the 0638 London North Western Railway service to London Euston. Calling at Cosley, Birmingham New Street, Stackford, Lear Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 1 for the 0638 London North Western Railway service to London Euston, which is ready to leave.
It is. You end up being late because you got to listen to the announcements. So sorry we're late. We had to listen to the announcement. Right, 9 miles to Wolverhampton. Go. Yeah, it does normally say speak to a member of staff.
London North Western Railway service to London Euston will be calling at Wolverhampton, Hosley, Birmingham New Street, Stepford, Beer Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
See, this is what I want to do over Christmas.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Thank you. I want to do a route, and again, I'm not going to do a thing. This is where I miss my ex-colleague. Oh, hang on.
Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Thank you. Yeah, this is where I miss our ex-member of staff. Member of staff, ex-colleague. Because I'd like to do a journey starting at Euston. Obviously, we can only take it as far as Milton Keynes. But then in theory, pick that same train up at Birmingham, take it to Crewe, and then we've got the Preston to Carlisle. Then take a train from Preston to Carlisle at the time that or a train would have got into Preston after arriving at Crewe. That needs a bit of planning. Obviously, we can't do the interim bits, but do it as though we've carried on with that same journey. So that's a couple of things I want to do over Christmas. So yes, so if any ex-comrades are watching, I shall wave a white flag. It's never too late to mend old bridges, railway ones. But yeah, so I hope that we get. So we've got Milton Keynes to Birmingham is missing. We've got Birmingham to Crewe. Isn't there going to be a Crewe to Preston at some point? I should know this, shouldn't I? And then we've got Preston to Carlisle. And then what's the next bit? Would that be Carlisle to Glasgow? So in theory, we'd only be a couple of bits missing then to be able to go all the way from London to Glasgow. Are any of them watching this? You never know. They may lurk. So yeah, that'd be the most complete bit of line that we've got then, isn't it? The West Coast Main Line. Which is pretty damn good. So once we get to Wolverhampton in it, it should get busier as we I really can't words. Make our way to Birmingham New Street. Help me, I'm broken. And I can definitely recommend, if you've got a fairly powerful PC, looking at the INI file replacements on the Train Sim community website, because I don't know what you're thinking, but to me, this is looking actually really good. Got the little bit of... Oh, it's a train. There we go. A little bit of glitching as it's loading in the shaders. You just wish the East Coastway went on to Hastings instead of Eastbourne. Well, yeah, you never know. I went to Hastings this year. I can't remember if it was this year or last year I went to Hastings. Quite liked Hastings. It was a very rushed visit. Ended up running for a train. Right, we have a 60 coming up as we're approaching Wolverhampton. You live in Hastings. My first time there, I really liked it. Went down to the funicular thing. Then there's a little railway thing that was running along the front. It was like, I could have spent a few hours there easily. But then no, we had to leave. What's one of those things in it? The town you live in, you don't really appreciate, do you? Right, once we get to New Street, I'll show you again the layering. This is one of those routes. To take advantage of it fully, I'd recommend, if you're a UK Train Sim World fan, to have all your UK routes installed, because you'll get lots of extra things you can do with this route, some of which we'll be doing tomorrow and probably next week. The only thing is, it's not telling me what my arrival time should be, so I don't know if I'm actually late or not. I am going more slowly than I should be going, so let's speed up a little bit. So yeah, mods wise, I'm running a signals pack, which makes the signals brighter, a UK ballast pack, which makes the track and ballast look better, 350 sound pack to make the 350 sound, well, better, and I'm running an INI file which changes the game engine graphically, which I think has made a difference. Hey, bit of diesel action going on there.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
And in we come into Wolverhampton. Been to Wolverhampton a couple of times. Can't say it's the most exciting station in the world. Well, not many that are, but I think I was there on a really cold day. I remember one of the, I think it was there? It might have been there, and saw a London train being pulled through. London Overground train, potentially. Right, we have arrived at Wolverhampton. There's a Voyager Inn over there. Which again you get with the layering. And stop.
Platform 2 for the 0648 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly, which is ready to leave. Platform 3
And off it goes.
for the 06 London North service to London Euston, calling at mostly Birmingham New Street.
Hang on, there's a 170 over there as well.
International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby.
Is that 170? Was that 323? What are you? What are you? 170 going to Shrewsbury. See, that you'll get from the layering as well.
Platform 3 is the 0649 London North Western Railway
Is this the bit?
service to London.
Is it here? There's a low headroom bit. Yeah, there. Where I have to duck. Not be a duck, but have to duck.
Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby,
So tall people will hit their head.
Wolverton, Milton
Quack.
Keynes Central.
Right, 3.3 miles.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to London Euston. We'll be calling at Hoathly, Birmingham New Street, Stepford, Beer Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
Slightly concerned.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
I had a text message this morning from Nico in the Discord.
If you see something that
hang on.
doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
I'll carry on. Text message read, hopefully you should expect a parcel waiting when you finish work. And I went, why? The response was, why not? So I then went, it's not Christmas or birthday. And it was like, no, but thought you need cheering up. My response was, just a tad. And now he's just messaged me going, package left at front door near red recycling box. I'm slightly concerned now as to what Nico has sent me. I'll find out after the stream. If you're in the Discord, you can have a live unboxing. Well, no, because my webcam isn't connected, so that would be difficult, wouldn't it? There a bit of suppens. Is there a bit of suppens? What? You're having some sort of stroke, Trent? It's concerned. You don't have a red recycling. I do have a red recycling box. Yeah. Sir Pence's. Wasn't he one? Sir Pence's. Do you come bringing news? Yes, sir. I've galloped all the way here. Oh, I love you, Trent. Oh, a very good evening to you all, says Tiger excitedly. I think suspense is what Trent was going for, yes. Collian. I got 1.8 miles to... If you're new to the streams and you want to be part of this really weird community, then yeah, say hi. Jump in. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Are you okay? Yeah, we're not weird. You're weird. Right, we'll shortly be arriving at Coseley. I'm pretty sure in life I have never been to Coseley. I can get cozy in Coseley. Train. Could be disappointing now if we get to Birmingham and it's not busy. But yeah, we do a return run. I will do it later in the day. I should get an announcement any second.
We are now approaching Coseley. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Looking at Google Maps, you haven't missed much. Tourism reviews with Nigel. Nah, don't bother going to Cosley. Not a lot there.
Western Railway.
Did she just say postman? Don't think so. So yes, we've arrived
Whilst
at
the
Cosley.
station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Did I just say we arrived at Birmingham New Street? We haven't. We arrived at Cosley. The next stop is Birmingham New Street, where we're due in 10 minutes' time. Must be a little bit of a run to Birmingham. But yeah, despite the fact that this run doesn't seem to be busy, I do and am really liking this route. Right, lock doors. Make our way 9 miles to Birmingham New Street.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to London Euston. We'll be calling at Birmingham New Street, Stepford, Beer Hall, Marston Green, Birmingham International, Tile Hill, Coventry, Rugby, Long Buckby, Northampton, Wolverton, Milton Keynes Central, Bletchley, Leighton Buzzard, and London Euston.
See, that's frustrating, isn't it now? Because you're going...
Please
"Oh,
familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
you now want, I want to go to those places. Come on, developers. Someone needs to do the bit between Birmingham and Milton Keynes.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
Get out and go there then. I meant virtually. Oh, I'm guessing it's going to be a slightly slower run. Now, I'm sure when I did that, did I come this route? The announcements are really good. The route is really good. Is this something I come to? Yeah, it must have been. I must have done this route already on a YouTube video. Probably coming out tomorrow. There's one at 9 AM and one at 4 PM tomorrow. I know, I'm sorry. Then normal service resumes. Train! Oh, Smithy. So yeah, it should get busier, although I've been saying that all the way from Crewe. Tomorrow night, more of this. I know. Again, I'm sorry. Well, we'll do some of the non-350 stuff tomorrow. Wednesday night is new game again. Seafarer the Ship Sim on Wednesday. Thursday, back in Omsey. Doing West Country on Thursday. Friday night, more trucking and tunes. Carrying on in the Ford F-Max. Not here on Saturday. But then we'll be back on Sunday lunchtime and Sunday evening. I know. Again, sorry. And we'll then be here next Monday for something as well. Good evening. Alright, so we've got a 75 limit. So yeah, so we'll grab another 350, maybe one of the other variations, the 2 or the 3, and go back to Crewe. And then, say tomorrow, then we'll look at doing some of the other services, which I'll show you again when we get into Birmingham, from the layering point of view. Because this is one of those routes where there's plenty to do. And yes, it is trundling up and down the same line. But I think the fact you're stopping at different stops on different services keeps it interesting. Aren't most of the train sim world routes trundling up and down the same line? So we could even whip the Voyager out. Oh, there is one. There is Lucanau. Bing! And next week, Friday, being Halloween, still trying to find a scary game to play next Friday. We'll find out who is around from our regulars, and we'll do something on Friday night. I was thinking, is there anything in the Roblox, which is down today, isn't it? In the Roblox world that may fit that category? That might be something to look at. Easy and free. We like easy and free. Born free, as free as the wind blows. Right, so fingers crossed, although it's still 7 AM, we should see a busier Birmingham New Street. See, what you want is services that stop at all these intermediate stations. I've yet to explore all of the services and see which ones do the proper stoppy type thing. I'm guessing it's going to be the 170s. But you won't get any announcements on board then. You'll get the station announcements, but you won't get the on-board announcements. Mr. Steve, are you free? I'm free. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's something about this route that I just like. Not that it's Birmingham, not that it's that I've done bits of it. The 350 is starting to grow on me. Yeah, the problem is it's the trigger point, isn't it? There is software that runs announcements through soundboards, so you can play an announcement by pressing something on your iPad or something, or a key. And there are packs out there for some of the routes that will play announcements, but you queue them up. So going forward, we're going to get the on-train announcements for all the Train Sim World 6 routes. They haven't said whether they will go back and retrospectively put them on older routes or all the routes. I know, it's easy to say, how hard can it be? Because all it is a sound file, and when the train gets within a certain distance of the station, it plays the announcement. But the problem is with these one of those things, in it. Once you've got it, going to a what's the word I'm looking for? Announcement. That's the one. A non-announcement route. It's going to seem lacking, isn't it? So yeah, I'll run through the layering stuff when we get back into Birmingham, and then we'll see if we can do a return run back to Crewe, which is probably going to be stopping at the same stations again. Right, in we come. The amount of times I've been stuck on trains in these tunnels coming into New Street.
We are now approaching Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Welcome to Birmingham. So you've got 323 over there. $3.50 in there.
The next train to arrive at platform 12 will be the 07. Calling at Five Ways, University, Salimo, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield,
Alright, in we come.
Barnt Green, and Bromsgrove. Platform 12 for the 0750 West Midlands Railway service to Bromsgrove. Platform 8 for the public service to calling at only.
Alright, let's open the doors.
This is Birmingham New Street. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway.
Service to
Right.
London Euston.
So what have we got?
Calling at Stackford, Beer Hall.
So we got that there. Nothing in on there. We've got one there, Voyager there. And something down the bottom there. There's a few trains in. Again, it is early in the morning.
Service to Plymouth. Calling at
Done. Right. So let's go back then and show you what you get if you've got layering. Here's the route. There we go. So Birmingham to Crewe. So 350 is standard, including a variation for British Transport Police, and lots of layering. So the Pendolino, the Voyager, rail tours, and more if you've got other routes installed. So 350-1. 350-2, 350-3 and the 350-2 British Transport Police are the ones you get as standard. If you've got Cardiff City installed, you'll get runs from here. So Wolverhampton, so you'll get some runs in the 150. So 25-minute runs in the 150. Also the 153, a couple of services, so taking it into or out of sidings. The 158 from the Midland Main Line, again just a couple of shunting services, but adds a bit of AI in as well. The 170 from Cross City, you've got services again to Wolverhampton and back again. So those are there. The 323, you've got some services from the sidings into New Street and stock moves into New Street. So not really passenger runs, but well, if you want to do that, then use Cross City. Oh, there we go. There is actually. I stand erected. I'm scrolled down that far. So yeah, Wolverhampton to New Street in the 323. Ooh, we'll have to do some more of those. Then you've got the Transport Police version, the 350, the 390. You've got runs from Crewe to Birmingham or from Wolverhampton down. So hour-long services in the 390. Flying Scotsman as well. A couple of rail tour services. 47-minute from Crewe to Birmingham in the Scotsman. Maybe. And the Spirit rail tour from New Street to Crewe in the Jubilee. In the Voyager from the Riviera line, if you've got it installed, Crewe to New Street. So 4-line runs in that. Class 66. You've got freight services. The EWS. You've got freight services as well. Basford Hall to Stafford. The 86 from Shap, you've got a rail tour to Crewe to Wolverhampton or Birmingham to Crewe, and then the 87 again from Shap, you've got a rail tour, 2 rail tours there. So plenty of layering going on. So what we'll do now is take the Transport Police version, and we'll pick something later in the day. So we'll go from Birmingham back up again. Stafford to Birmingham to Crewe. There we go. 1634. If we do September, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Sim, there's a lot going on, which is why you're seeing a lot of stuff in Birmingham. And I think it's one of those routes where you can spend, okay, yes, it's Wolverhampton to Birmingham, or Crewe to Wolverhampton, or Birmingham to Crewe, or Crewe to Birmingham. But the fact you can jump in other services, we'll try the 323, we'll do the 170, we'll maybe take the Riviera line, the Transport for Wales services, the 390. So there's plenty of stuff going on. There we go. Right, so we're calling at Coseley, Wolverhampton, Penkridge, Stafford and Crewe. So the same ones we did on the way down. On the way back, this service going all the way to Liverpool Lime Street. So what have we got in then? Where are we? So down here we've got a couple of trains. We've got a Transport for Wales service going to Birmingham International. We've got a 350 down here going to Euston. So again, layering being a thing. That's our British Transport Police train that we're in. Out. We've got a 170 here going to not in service. Interesting place. And round here we've got a 350 going to Birmingham. That's just come in. We got a 390 going somewhere. We got a 170 on its way out. Another 170 there, doing a bit of a shunt around, I should imagine. And then nothing in down there. So, considering how quiet New Street was when we first had it in Cross City, now it's getting busier. So I'm liking it, which is why I do keep saying, if you're into the UK stuff and you've got the space, keep all your UK routes installed, because you never know what sort of layering it's going to add. Even if it's services you don't want to drive, like if you're not a fan of freight, you'll see the freight stuff trundling about. It still needs more. Yeah, there is stuff that's lacking.
London North Western will be calling at Cosley, Wolverhampton, Penkridge, Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Lime Street.
But yeah, it's certainly feeling better, and so I'm really liking the route.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
So we'll make our way back to Crewe. So tomorrow we'll do a 323 service, we'll do a 170 service.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
But I think we need this for more UK hubs in this. We need more connecting routes. So yeah, so we'll take a couple of trips to Wolverhampton and back tomorrow. Oh, that one. There we go. Turn my thingies on. I never used to like doing that, but I quite like it now. On the UK stuff. Abroad, no. Because no one understands the German signalling system. Or the American signalling system. Does it do a route hop at New Street? Yeah, you should be able to cross city. I've got a feeling that the sound mod I've got in for the 350 doesn't include the 350-2. Because this sounds like normal sounds, whereas that 350-1 was included in the sound mod, I reckon. Because this sounds too quiet now. There you go. So yes, I'm running a couple of mods. Running a signalling mod, which makes the signals brighter. Running a UK ballast mod, which makes the ballast better. Running a 350 sound mod, which was working on the other version, not on this version. And I've got an INI pack change, which changes the graphics settings, which I'm loving. The odd bit of stuttering, but that's normal. Right, so Cosley in 7 miles. Oh, that's a bit close. There we go. Yeah, definitely one of those routes that I think, if you like your UK routes, then just buy it. Because eventually when we do get Crewe to Preston, it's just going to be another bit, isn't it? And then we've got Preston to Carlisle, and then is all we need to fill in the gap is going to be Birmingham to Milton Keynes. And then that would be nice, even if you have to do it in bits, to go then from Euston to Carlisle. Again, as I said earlier, it'd be nice then, because what you could do if you knew your way around the timetables, which I don't, you then start in Euston, know what time you get to Milton Keynes, look and see what time that service would then get to Birmingham, take that service from Birmingham to Crewe, and then look at what time a service that you're going to take from Preston would leave or would have left Crewe. I think the only problem with the Preston to Carlisle is it's not modern, is it? So I don't know if anyone's done a modern timetable for Preston to Carlisle, rather than using that stupid step change thing. which, well, I can't drive. What like proper drivers have to use. I think it's one of those things, isn't it? When you're doing it in reality, and you get used to it, it's probably fine. Trying to do it virtually, so having an actual lever in your hand and being able to adjust it on the fly, that's going to feel more normal than trying to do it virtually by, using a key or sliding a throttle as I do. It's not as easy in this. So I don't know when, because Preston to Carlisle, no, Crewe to Preston, I think has been announced, but I don't know when it's coming. I don't even know if we'll come in via the Heritage Centre. I didn't really look on the way out. I'm not sure if they've got the APT model. I think I have seen some conversations about it. Again, I get that they're done historically because of obviously reasons for rolling stock and whatever that's better. But from my point of view, I'd like to have someone do a modern timetable, providing we've got the stuff that would run on it now, but that's not the guarantee, is it? Oh, a little bit of speedage. Train! Yeah, there's definitely something about this route that I'm really liking. I think there'll be more of it. Well, there's going to be more of it tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it again next Tuesday. Although there's things coming for Train Sim Classic this week that I might have to have a look at next week. That might be a Monday night thing. Another route for Chatham Main Line, is it? And Train Sim Classic? Can't stand modern stuff, so why you didn't get West Coast Main Line South. Yeah, but you're just an old fuddy-duddy. You can't live in the past. We're not talking about me, it's about you being an old fuddy-duddy. I never, as I said at the beginning of this, I never used to like electric stuff, did I? When I first started doing Train Sim Classic, I would only drive diesel stuff and with the big window out the front, which limited as to what I could drive. I didn't like this whole looking for a porthole thing, Now, this is actually quite a large window. Alright, we're sure to be arriving at Cosley. Making our way back to Crewe. So yeah, it's these intermediate stops I want to be doing stopping services at, which I'm guessing we'll do in the 170 and the 323. So we'll do those tomorrow. Obviously you won't get the onboard announcements then, but you'll get the platform announcements. That's why you mess about with the 3 keys, so you're the other side of the glass. Oh, so you sit outside the cab? No, I like being inside the cab. I used to get told off years ago for being outside the train all the time and not inside. So now I do limit the amount of time I spend outside the train.
We are now approaching Cosley. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
You're in the train too much. Well, it's a simulation, isn't it? So, you know, you should be in the train. But I do like to give the odd little view from the outside. I normally do when I pull into the station. So we can see ourselves arrive. Hey, I want a bad bit of stopping for me. And 20 seconds late as well. Weather set. Well, I had it set to summer, didn't I? Because early morning and all that. Yeah, ballast looks better. That ballast mod makes it look better. Can I text the police? You can text the police. They'll charge you for texting and then ignore your text unless you think a teenager's in danger. Locking doors. The number's on the side of the train. There. 61016. You're not a teenager. I could be in danger. 26, don't you know? Right, Wolverhampton.
Welcome aboard London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Line Street. We'll be calling at Wolverhampton, Penkridge, Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Line Street.
So what's the distance, time-wise then, from Crewe to Liverpool?
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
I'm thinking, okay, is this another one of those situations where we could get another bit of this route at some point?
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
I do like those announcements. Because, you know, this service goes all the way to Liverpool Lime Street. Well, wouldn't it be cool then if you could take it to Crewe and then also it's 40 minutes? Yeah, that's doable. That's the problem, innit? The train goes to somewhere you can't take it. You want to take it there. Like, really? I want to take this to Liverpool Lime Street. I've been to Liverpool. It's not somewhere I want to rush back to, but... Do you get stuck in train traffic? You get reds. So if you're late, you'll get held up behind a train. Busy stations, they can hold you outside. Generally, if you're on time and you're doing a timetable run, your allotted slot will be there. Right, so 1.5 miles from Wolverhampton. We got a 30 coming up. Yeah, it's not telling me what my arrival time is. I know that's something to do with this route. I don't know. Yeah, you know, this isn't as busy as other routes, but it's certainly a good route. I am liking it. Right, double yellow. Someone sneezing in the train. Right, slowly down into Wolverhampton. Making our way back to Crewe.
are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the...
That looks a bit wastelandy down there, doesn't it? It is very canally. So a line going off down there to somewhere. I've spent a small amount of time working in Wolverhampton. I worked for a machinery superstore, which was an interesting experience. Have you ever thought of building a cab rig? I've pretty much got what I need. I use flight throttles instead of levers, and they work perfectly well. The real-time train seems the train you're on should roughly take an hour or so between New Street and Crewe. Yeah, that's what this timetable. 57 minutes, I think it was. Yeah, we can brake now. Thank you. That's fine, we've got 30 seconds here. So yes, we got the British Transport Police stickers on the outside of the train. No markings though for a train company. So this is where someone, I'm sure, will do a branding pack to add the liveries. Oh, 170 coming in. Be good to do a longer run in those, because so far we've only done the 170 in Cross City from Bromsgrove into Birmingham. Which has pretty much just been a flat out run, isn't it? Like 2 stops. So it'd be nice to do a stopping service in those.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. We'll be calling at Penkridge, Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hartford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Lime Street.
Yeah, those announcements, they just make all the difference now.
Familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
This kind of does make me miss
If you see
trains.
something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
Right, 9 miles to Penkridge. So we got a 60 here. So where does that go to? Down there then? Somewhere else. Another place. Right, so you should get a bit quicker now because we had a 110 limit on the way down. It is one of those routes that seems to go quite quick. For some reason, Pendolino is much longer duration to get from New Street to Crewe. It seems to leave 1855. Let's get to Crewe 2040. So does the Pendolino go a different way then? Oh, okay, Rich. So why is the Pendolino taking that much longer? What, 45 minutes longer? That's bizarre. Right, go. Alright, 1.5 miles, we've got a 110 limit. Going via Stoke is longer, as you can go direct Stafford to Crewe. Ah, so it's the Stoke line then that adds the time. So you're better off. You'd think, wouldn't you, that Pendolino would be quicker going between Crewe and Birmingham. So you're better off jumping on one of these. If speed is your thing, if that's what you require. Sometimes the faster train isn't always the faster way. This is the way. So, Penkridge, Stafford and Crewe are our stops. Most pendlers go straight through from Crewe to Stafford, but evening, early morning ones go on different routes. Oh, okay. There is some logic. So yeah, tomorrow night getting back doing more of this, but we'll jump into 170 and do a stopping service. We'll jump into 323 and do a stopping service, and then see what time we've got. Maybe we'll take the Pendolino or the Voyager on a bit of a trip, and then you never know, this might be one of those routes that in future I come back and have another go at steam, because how hard can that be? Oh, okay, so if something happens, they can put them on another route, and the driver has to have knowledge of that other route. There you go, see, it all makes sense. So you're not stupid as you look, are you, Richard? Go rapido, rapido. So yeah, it's one of those routes, not many stops, but the fact that you have got this layering, if you've got all your other routes installed, I think is just going to keep it interesting. I said one of the old Discord members, I'm sure, will be cracking open the piggy bank and purchasing this, and then we'll be spending lots of time trundling up and down it. Okay, Sim. First cross-country service Bristol for me is going west. Actually departs east via Bath and Westbury to get to Taunton for the same reason. Oh, well, there you go. Is that one of those things that track bashers do, so they can go on all these strange little timetabled routes and bits of track? So they'll go on those services. Well, that's what they're called, isn't it? Track bashers. Your station bashers, which our ex-associate was trying to visit every train station in the UK, and then you've got track bashers that try and go on every bit of track, including like rarely used curves and things.
We are now approaching Penkridge. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform luggage and pushchairs whilst at the station. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
There's other sorts of bashing, but we can't talk about that.
Platform 2 for the 1703 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool.
Yeah, Ethan was a station basher. Some of his train weirdo friends were track bashers.
This is
Right, we have arrived here.
the next stop will be Stafford. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
I thought they were just anoraks. No, I saw initially my thoughts were, oh God, it's just train idiots, isn't it? But, you know, spending time with one, as I did, I sort of got the appeal. Obviously, twice I did the whole new train station thing. I quite liked that. You know, it was on the first train of the day into Reading Green Park, and the first train into Reading Green Park at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And the Ashley Down, is it? The Bristol station was on the first train into there, the first passenger train into there. So that's one of those things where you go, actually, I was on the first passenger train into that station on the day that it opened. And there's certain things that I could see the appeal of doing. And say there are bits of the country that I would never have seen without
Welcome aboard.
going around and doing that.
Western Railway service to Liverpool Line Street. We'll be calling at Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Line Street.
So yeah,
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
so I do miss that. It's the travel more than anything else.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Indeed. So I did wave a white flag earlier. If any of our ex-comrades happen to be watching the stream or will watch the video back on the YouTubes. People do things hastily at times in the moment, and you have regret. Everyone's done that. Everyone's had that. And sometimes you become too proud to go, yeah, I can't. Well, yeah, there's been a couple of occasions. I think Harry once was on a train leaving Cardiff where there was someone drunk harassing the passengers, and he was on his own. I think it's when he was heading back up to Chester or North Wales. And he was like, well, what do I do? So he messaged us and said, well, text the British Transport Police. He did. Nothing. I don't know if he actually got a response. So the answer was, well, move carriage then. Again, it's one of those situations, isn't it? They haven't got infinite resources, have they? It's not like, you know, there's British Transport Police at every minor station, or with the ability to intercept every train just because someone's drunk on board. Yeah. Oh God, that could be interesting, Rich. It's raining. There's a mod out there as well for realistic rain. That's reverser. Does anyone know where the wipers are on this train? Windshield heater. Wipers. There. There we go. I bet it's going to stop raining now that I've found the wipers. Oh no, it's still raining. It's fine. Right, we'll shortly be arriving at Stafford. And then it's the long run back to Crewe. Right, double yellows. We're hearing the announcements from Stafford already. That must really annoy people living around here. A mile away from the station, you can hear the announcements.
Platform 4 for the 1710.
Yeah, I think there's a fix needed for that.
We are now approaching Stafford. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Platform 5 for the
Right, in we come to Stafford. At least you won't miss the station. Well, this is me. Anything can happen.
Platform 4 for the 17 London North Western Railway service to London Euston, calling at Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Smethwick, Birmingham New Street, Marston Green, and London Euston.
Yes, there's a services that stop at Smethwick Galton Bridge as well.
1712
So there will be more stopping services. Yeah, a few issues with the station announcements. So there may be a day one patch tomorrow or a release patch. I'm sure there will be before it releases tomorrow. Right, we've got 3 minutes here. Let's turn the wiper. No, not the reverser. Let's turn the wiper off. There we go. Right, let's go Baldy hunt. Baldy! Oh, we've got working announcements, look. And you got that audio of people talking. That's new. Let me turn it up. I like that. See, that adds a bit of ambience. You heard someone's phone vibrate then as well. You had a bzz, bzz. What? Pretty much, Nigel. And well, the last one is Seat Frog. I'm guessing, or that's what refers to as Seat Frog. But no idea. Right, because an NB is produced due to a farce and trying to hide from the gripper. I guess the gripper is the, well, used to be the conductor, but now is the train manager. So the ticket wasn't valid. Is anybody hiding toilets anymore? Is that a thing? The amount of services I've been on the last couple of years where you don't even get ticket checked. They just don't bother. Oh, wrong one. Right, wipers. Right, 30 seconds to go, and then it's the run up to Crewe. We'll see if we can spot the APT as we come into Crewe this time. I don't know if it is even modelled. Do we come in from the... yeah, does this come? Do we go past the Heritage Centre on this line? I'm sure one of the ambassadors has mentioned the APT. So I'm guessing it is visible. I've got a red in front of us anyway. There are ticket checks on the trains. I got caught in Wales. None of the stations have buying facilities. Phone. Buy the ticket on your phone.
North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. We'll be calling at Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Lime Street. Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Right, we got 100, then we got a 30, so we'll keep the speed down.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Some old people got on a train which was full. The railway enthusiasts were loving it, as it was a non-passenger loco, which was because the other had failed. They need to hide from the guards their reused ticket, that's the Frog, wasn't valid for the route they were on. Because an NB is produced due to a farce. Okay, yeah, well that's terminology then. In the couple of years I was associated with the train weirdo, not once did I hear any of those things mentioned. I'm guessing that was it between train enthusiasts talk. That was definitely some words. Right. Oh, 2.1 miles, we got a 40. This point is going too quick then. He's considered an insect in railway terms and size terms, being tiny. Probably fatter now, I should imagine. Where are we getting announcements from?
Calling at only platform 5 for the 1728 cross country.
A new engine Desperado. Okay. Oh yeah, we got temporary speed limit. So this is one of the features in Train Sim World 6. So the top of the line now is a temporary speed limit, which you've got coming up. I'm guessing due to something. Orange people on the track, maybe. So we should do the slow link. Ah, well, there you go. Ah, but is it up and over in this then? Depending on when this is modelled from 2019, I think. Alright, so here's our temporary limit, which is here for something. And the end of the temporary limit, well, that was short-lived, wasn't it? Right. Back to line speed. Driven at 35 miles, yay! Yeah, so tomorrow night we'll do the shorter journeys in this. We'll do the 170 runs, the 323 runs, maybe one of the 150s. Which I've got a video going out on tomorrow on YouTube, but we'll do that again. I see a train. But yeah, I'm liking the route. Not busy once you get out of New Street, granted. I don't know if this is running full timetable or whether it's one of those that's on a reduced timetable. But yeah, are there any stops between Stafford and Crewe? Or is it always just a 20-mile dash? Oh, there used to be. Oh, okay. Ah, here, I'm guessing. There, on the right. I'm not sure if I'm impressed by that, Richard, or saddened by it. In a way, though, that actually does show the accuracy of these routes. If you knew that that station was coming up, that shows how good they are. That was Norton Bridge. There's also West Bridgeford, but the platforms there went years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, we bring the overlay up. So what? So there are a few stations. We've only stopped at a few of them, haven't we? We stopped at Crewe. We haven't stopped at the other Crewe. Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton. So yeah, there are a few that we haven't stopped at this time. So we'll have a look at some of those tomorrow, if we can. I do apologise for trying to be professional as well. I'm sure I won't keep it up. Ah, so that's a freight thing then, not a passenger thing. We talking about it has already been 2 hours. Again, that's a good sign of this route, is that you can just trundle up and down this, and the fact that you've got these 20-mile runs, it means you just switch off and get on with it. It doesn't feel like it's like an hour route. I think because of those distances you've got, which does remind me of West Coast Main Line South when you get away from Watford. I really want now Milton Keynes to Birmingham. There's a handful of routes in Train Sim World that I could see myself just trundling up and down off stream. This is one of them. I actually did on Sunday evening, after I watched the Downton Abbey film. I actually came up here and did a little run, which I never do. I just thought I fancy it. So I'm going to have to get this installed on the downstairs PC, I think, again. Was it Antelope? Yeah, it was. I definitely fired up Antelope Valley, and yeah, I had a run on that. I couldn't resist, because that's just such an awesome route. No, it was this. I do really need to start going back through some of the other routes. I said over Christmas I do want to do a bit of a run in these, so a couple of lunchtimes. So I will do West Coast Main Line. So we'll start in London. I'll see if I can work out the timings to be able to do a trip from Euston to Milton Keynes, jump forward time, and in theory pick that train up at Birmingham and take it on. So the same train, technically. Thank you, Trent. And then I'll have to look and see if someone has done a modern timetable for Preston to Carlisle. Yeah, this is just one of those easy routes. There's a modern one coming. What, for Preston to Carlisle? Ooh. Then colour me interested. Yeah, definitely not many other trains up this end though. Definitely a bit lacking in other things about, but which is what makes me wonder, is this a full timetable? Or will someone get their hands on this and go, no, we need more? So I've been to Crewe, not by train. If you're driving an Avanti service, it needs to be a 9MXX or 9SXX head code service, as you'll go via Birmingham. Okay. See, I don't know these things. I never used to pay attention when Ethan was talking trains at me. I was like, what? You try and explain things to me. I'd be like, no, just, okay. I did learn some things. Right, so we decided if we come in past the APT. That was a very disappointing day out. All the way to Crewe to spend 45 minutes at the Heritage Centre. It's on the north side of the station. Well, we'll have to go into the flyy thing then and see if we can see it. Right, we got some yellows. Oh no, there are now greens. That's definitely a bit rainy and a bit wintry out there now. Winter is coming. Can you fly over the football ground? No, it's football. The APT is not modelled. I'm sure someone mentioned it. I'm sure one of the ambassadors has mentioned it. We'll have a look. I'll find out soon, yeah. So what are people's thoughts then? Is there anybody watching that is going to get it? Is anybody impressed? Oh, wrong button. If you're going to press the AWS button, press the right button. You might be making a purchase soon. It's out tomorrow. I think they did an 80s one, yes. Well, again, it might be one of those where you'll get a historic timetable thing. Right, there is a red. Yeah, it'll be about 6 o'clock on Steam normally. Right, is it going to hold me outside Crewe? Again, something that's never happened to me in real life. Oh, there we go, yellow. Did I open the windows? Yeah, I did. Being held outside Crewe, you're not missing much, no. It's definitely getting a bit rainy. Right, single yellow, yeah, a couple of 20s, and then red on the other end of the platform. Yeah, it's all the sheds. Are you being held against your will? If so, blink twice. 3 times if you're attracted to will.
We are now approaching Crewe. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
The train's ticking away to our left. Right, in we come. So the other end of the station then is the APT. We'll unload, we'll come back into the cab and do the flyy thing then and see if it is modelled. I said that INI mod I've put in, which changes the graphics, has made a hell of a difference to me. There's one with realistic rain, there's one with realistic snow. No. Yeah, I will after the stream.
This is Crewe. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. The next stop will be whilst at the station. If you see something that doesn't look right.
The next stop will be whilst at the station.
Transport Police on 61016.
Oh, is this another boyfriend, Amy Lou, or is this the same one back again? Right, we have arrived at Crewe. Yeah, mixed grill. That's a fry up without, you know, a bit of steak with a mixed grill. Basically, an excuse for a fry up midweek. Right.
We'll be calling at Liverpool Lime Street only.
Okay. So let's go in fly mode then. Ready? Right, handily it kicked me out of the bloody kicked me out of the cab. Right, so where's the Really? Keep running north. I can't. It won't let me go any further than this. Okay, that's a thing. Right, what we have to do... Hang on, let's spawn a train in here. That we can then just hop in the cab of. That. There we go. Really? I've got to do that. That's the problem. I haven't got the... There we go. Right. No, that's as far as we can go. It won't let me go any further than that. Drive it forward. Oh god, I haven't put me... Hang on. There's a red. We'll ignore that. No. The train's going to carry on. It won't let me go any... Oh, here we go. It shouldn't fail because I'm not in a timetable. He says... On that disappointment, we'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. We'll see if we get back to Crewe tomorrow, and we'll try it again. It wouldn't be a stream without a red fail. That's true. So tomorrow we will look at some of this other layering. We'll do the 170 run. You got Wolverhampton to Birmingham. There probably is another. Is there another longer run? Because we saw them further out, didn't we? Birmingham to Wolverhampton in the 170. So that's as far as they're drivable. You've got the 323 that we spotted, which was down here. Again, Birmingham to Wolverhampton. So we'll do that. And then maybe we'll do either a Voyager or a 390 run. That's 50 minutes, or Wolverhampton to Birmingham. So a bit of going backs and forwards between Wolverhampton and Birmingham tomorrow, it would seem. But yes, more of this then tomorrow night. You shouldn't laugh, but that was rather funny. Thank you. What did you expect? No, I was going to say something then, but I won't. More of this tomorrow night. Wednesday night, new game, which is hopefully better than last week's Seafarer, the Ship Sim. Thursday night is OMSI back in the West Country. Haven't been down there for a while. Friday night, some trucking and tunes carrying on in the Ford F-Max where we got to in Ireland last Friday. Not here Saturday because I'm in London. But then Sunday lunchtime we'll be back on the farm. Sunday night we'll be here with something as well next week. And on Monday night we'll be here with something as well. Maybe a look at Train Sim Classic on Monday night because that's getting a big update this week. I said I was professional on the YouTube ones. I was hoping no one was going to watch any of those. I think people actually have, though. There we go. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2 and a bit hours. To Shake That Desk for following earlier. And there we go. I'll be back tomorrow night to do some more of this. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. I have an idea, said Pooh. I forgot how to read. Hang on, we'll start again. Bear with me. I have an idea, said Pooh. Let's make a plan. They floated to the riverbank and sat on a big rock to think. More tomorrow.